This video is about to discuss on how tourism sustainability is applied to a certain tourist attraction.
And what happened in this tourist attraction?
I am Daryll Mendoza.
And I am Charmaine Pagsanjan.
First, what is tourism sustainability? Tourism sustainability is attempting to make as low as an impact on the environment and local culture as possible, while helping to generate future employment for local people.
It's going down, I'm yelling timber. You better move, you better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one.
The tourist attraction that we have chosen is the Tubataha Reefs. The Tubataha Reefs Natural Park is a combination of two Samal words, tuba and taha, which together means a long reef exposed at low tide. Historically, Samal people who have a nomadic lifestyle visit the reef from time to time, although people from the island of Cagayan Silo are frequent visitors of the reef. They use the native vessel Pangko to sail and fish on Gusong. Their local name for the Tubataha is Gusong. In December 1993, the UNESCO declared the Tubataha Reefs Natural Park as a World Heritage Site, as a unique example of an atoll reef with a very high density of marine species. The north islet serving as a nesting site for birds and marine turtles. The site is an excellent example of a pristine coral reef with a spectacular 100-meter perpendicular wall, extensive lagoons, and two coral islands. In 1999, Ramsar listed Tubataha as one of the wetlands of international importance. In 2008, the reef was nominated as the new Seven Wonders of Nature. The national park and rest of the Philippines archipelago is part of the Coral Triangle, recognized as a center of marine biodiversity containing 75% of the described coral species and 40% of the world's reef fish. The area is under a grave threat due to overfishing and destructive fishing practices. Research of scientists visiting the reef since the 1980s revealed that the Tubataha Reefs Natural Park contains no less than 600 fish species, 360 coral species, 11 shark species, 13 dolphin and whale species, and 100 bird species. The reefs also serve as a nesting ground for hawksbill and green sea turtles.
Government made a law which is an act establishing the Tubataha Reefs Natural Park in the province of Palawan as a protected area under the NIPAS Act RA 7586 and the Strategic Environmental Plan SEP for Palawan Act RA 7611, providing for its management and for other purposes. The protection of the Tubataha Reefs directly affects people from the nearby Cagayan Silo municipality who depend on the reef for their livelihoods. Residents here originally resented the establishment of the protected area because of loss of access to unrestricted fishing rights. Now, however, local communities are invited to attend workshops and participate in the planning for a sustainable fishery and general park management, with the result that the site currently enjoys broad local support. As a natural World Heritage Site, Tubataha Reefs became a famous tourist destination. This factor was subsequently exploited by the managers of the park through the collection of entry fees. A disbursement sharing scheme was developed alongside this so that the local community would benefit. Actual collection started in the year 2000 and has continued ever since. In Angelique's opinion, the World Heritage status of the site contributed to this process as it allowed for higher fees to be demanded from the visiting divers.
One day, there comes this agenda where a Chinese fishing vessel that ran aground into Batara Reefs on April 8. It destroyed 3,902 square meters of corals. which it affects the species living in the reefs. Also, its tourism sector is affected by it. They have this plan how they can restore this tourist site. Coral Reef Preservation. Meanwhile, the embassy said the U.S. government is taking steps to continue its long-standing commitment to coral reef preservation and the protection of Philippine marine resources. The embassy said, "We will continue to work with our Philippine partners to help advance coral reef restoration and preservation in the Philippines." It cited a $4.1 million or $100,000 grant to Western Philippines University to support coral restoration at Tubataha Reef through the United States Agency for International Development's Philippines Coral Triangle Support Partnership. Also, it said the U.S. contributed $254.2 million or $7.2 million to protect coral reef ecosystems in the Philippines since 2007. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration also conducted consultations with stakeholders about marine and fisheries conservation activities that will contribute to achieving Philippine commitments to the Coral Triangle Initiative National Plan of Action. The embassy cited as well as a government contribution of over $41 million or $1 million to establish linkages between Filipino and American scientists to conduct joint research on biodiversity and marine conservation.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a night. You